Alright, how's everybody doing this evening? Back again with another video for you guys and gals, and tonight what I have for everyone is my full review of the Anker Soundcore Life P2 truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys and gals. I did already shoot this review, but I just got a new device in and I really wanted to test out the cameras in different lighting scenarios, so I figured we're going to reshoot it just so we could test out the new cameras. But this is going to be the last time that I reshoot it, so 2 times, okay? So whatever happens, happens. We're going to publish this video regardless. So let's get into this full review, and hopefully by the end of it, you guys and gals know if these earbuds are truly worth picking up. Alright, let's go. Now, starting off, the first thing I want to talk about with everyone is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds themselves, and this is an area where I feel Anker and Soundcore did a great job. The overall build quality on these is really nice. Now, this is built mostly out of your grippy and your texturized plastics, and the overall design on this is really nice as well, especially because they integrated a tactile and clicky button instead of your traditional touch controls. So the overall build quality and design on this, in my opinion, is top notch. I'm a big fan of clicky tactile buttons, and the overall build materials makes it really good for extended listening sessions, and it is extremely comfortable. So yet again, Soundcore, Anker, you guys did a great job. Alright, let's keep it moving now. Up next, let's now dive into the core features of these earbuds. Let's go. Now, starting off, core feature number 1, these bad boys incorporate Bluetooth 5.0 technology on board, so you can truly live that hashtag wireless lifestyle. That's something that I really like to see. Now, in particular, when we talk about the Bluetooth, and I'm going to reiterate this later, this bad boy has Bluetooth 5.0 with a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Alright, so really good stuff when we talk about the overall Bluetooth. Alright, moving on, the next core feature is that these bad boys incorporate the IPX7 waterproofing and sweat resistance rating. So with this rating, these bad boys are indeed fully submergible, so you can in fact take them into the shower with you. And if you are the type of person like myself that gets extremely sweaty during workouts, these earbuds are going to survive no problem. Now, that being said, although you can take these in the shower with you, I would not recommend it, but you can do it nevertheless. To each his own. Alright, so that's core feature number 2 right there. The next core feature I want to point out is the fact that these earbuds do have built-in dual graphene drivers, and I gotta tell y'all, that makes the overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these really good. We're gonna touch on that a little bit later on, but it has some really good overall sound quality, volume, and bass. Alright, also, so that's core feature number 4, number 3, number 4, one of those. y'all know I get confused sometimes. We're just gonna keep it going. Correct me if I make any mistakes down below in the comments. But the next core feature on these is they do have built-in Qualcomm aptX on board. So what that means that they have really good low latency, especially for when you're watching videos, and the overall Bluetooth connection on these is really good because of that codec. Really good stuff there. Next, moving on, let's go down this list of core features. Another core feature that these earbuds have is that they do incorporate 4 microphones between the combination. So what does that mean? You have 2 microphones on one earbud, so you got one here, alright, and you have one right here, and then on the other earbud you have the same thing. So once again, you got one right here and one right here. And what this does is this allows Soundcore to dedicate one microphone for call quality and one microphone for noise reduction. And I gotta tell y'all, spoiler alert, the microphones on these earbuds are top notch. We're gonna dive a little bit more into them a little bit later on in the video, but really good microphones on these as well. Alright, so let's keep it moving now. Up next, these bad boys do incorporate quick charging. So Soundcore is touting 10 minutes of charge, being able to give you 1 hour of usage. Now in my testing, that was pretty much spot on. Now I was actually getting about 2 to 3 hours of usage, but it really does depend on what volume you keep the earbuds at. But that quick charging is really, really nice, especially if you're the type of person that uses your earbuds at the gym. You can forget to charge them and just drop them in the case, and by the time you get to the gym, you'll have enough juice to get through a couple workouts. So really good feature there. I like that. And the last overall core feature on these, which is one of my favorites, you can indeed use these earbuds in true stereo mode, so both earbuds at the same time, or true independent mode, one earbud at a time. Really, really good feature there, and I feel compelled to point it out on every earbud that has it. That's one of my favorite features in Bluetooth earbuds. Alright, so that pretty much does it for the overall core features on these. And I have to say, Soundcore did a great job when they were thinking about the overall core feature set to build into these. So, top notch in this category as well. Moving on now, let's dive a little bit deeper into the sound quality, the volume, and the overall bass. Now I have to say, in terms of sound quality, these earbuds are really, really good with little to no distortion on the low or the high ends of the volume spectrum. So really good stuff there. In terms of the volume, these bad boys are really, really good as well. They can easily drown out your surroundings, so you can fully immerse yourself in whatever you're trying to do with the earbuds. And I had no issues with the overall volume. And now, for my favorite part. When we talk about the overall bass, the bass on these is really, really good, okay? Now, it's a little too clean for my liking. It's very clean, it's very distinguished, but I kind of wanted it to be just a touch muddy, just to add a little bit of depth. But overall, the bass on these earbuds is really, really good, and you should really enjoy it, okay? So in terms of the sound quality, the volume, and the bass, Anker and Soundcore, you guys did a great job. Now, moving on, let's now talk about the microphone performance, or i.e. the mic quality. Let's get into this category right here. Now, talking about the mic quality, I have to say I tested these earbuds doing literally everything that you can do with earbuds in terms of testing out the microphones. So various different noise levels and different environments, various different types of phone calls, dictating text messages, video calls, so on and so forth. And these mics did a great job. Callers, specifically when I talk about phone call performance, they really couldn't distinguish between my onboard receiver on my device or the microphones on the earbuds, and that to me is a testament to how good the mics are. So in terms of mic quality, these earbuds are top notch in my opinion. Alright, let's keep it moving now. Up next, the next thing I want to go over with everyone is I want to go over the Bluetooth pairing steps and the overall Bluetooth earbud button controls. Now, disclaimer, these steps will work on any device with a Bluetooth built into it. So iOS, Android, Windows, Linux, if you have a smartphone, a tablet, a desktop, you name it, as long as the device that you have has Bluetooth on board, these steps will work. That being said, these steps will look a little bit different depending on the OS you're using and the platform you are using. So I just wanted to point that out so nobody gets confused. But as long as you stick to the general overall steps that I'm going to go over, you shouldn't have any problems. Now, for this video this evening, we are going to be using Android. So I'm going to show you real quick. We are going to be using Android in this video right here, as you can see. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using. And before we dive in, you do have to make some choices here now. First, you need to decide whether or not you want to use the physical clicky buttons on the earbuds to power them on and put them into pairing mode, or you want to use the case. And then you also have to decide whether or not you want to use one earbud at a time or both earbuds together. Okay? Now, in particular, if you want to use the physical clicky buttons to power the earbuds on, you just have to press either earbud one time. Okay, so you press this earbud once, you press that earbud once, they're going to power on, and if you're doing it for the first time, they will automatically go into pairing mode. That being said, if you want to power them off, you need to press and hold each earbud for 3 to 5 seconds, and they will power off, and you'll get a nice red LED accompanying that. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out so you know how to power them on and put them into pairing mode using the physical tactile buttons if you would like. Now, for the purposes of this video, we are going to use the case just because I want to show everyone how easy this is to do if you use the case. So the first thing we need to do is drop these bad boys back into the case. So you take the right, drop it in, take the left, drop it in, okay? And you can see once it gets a nice connection and it starts charging, you get a white LED. Now, once these bad boys are fully charged, that white LED will go off, all right? So let's close up the case. Now, let them sit in the case for a second. Let's go ahead and prep our device. So you want to pick up your device, turn on the display, then you want to swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles. Then you want to go to the Bluetooth quick toggle, as you can see right there. You want to press it once, give it a second to turn on, and then you want to press and hold on it to take you into the Bluetooth subsettings here. Okay, and then from the Bluetooth subsettings right here, as you can see, you just want to tap on pair a new device right here. And now your device is looking for nearby Bluetooth devices that are in pairing mode. As you can see right here, you see the spinning circle. That means it's searching. All right. Now, back with the earbuds and the case, all we have to do is take either earbud or both earbuds out of the case, depending on how you want to use it. So we're putting them in stereo mode to start off with. So we're going to take out both earbuds. Now, whichever earbud you take out first becomes the master, and the secondary earbud becomes the slave. All right. But you can indeed use either earbud in true independent mode. So if you want to take out the left first, that one will be the master, the right will be the slave. If you want to take out the right first, the right will be the master, the left will be the slave. It's completely up to you. Alright? So you can see we took out the right first. You can see they flash once to connect to each other, and then the dominant earbud continues to flash just like this, while the secondary earbud flashes ever so slowly, just like that. Alright, so now back on our device, you want to go back into the Bluetooth pairing section, and you can see we're looking for this model number right here. You see how it says Soundcore Life P2? We just want to tap on that. That's going to begin the pairing process. And we got a pairing confirmation dialog box. We want to tap pair to confirm, and it's going to pair up. Now it's also going to pair up the left earbud, so you can see the left earbud is designated as Soundcore Life P2L right there, and we want to confirm that pairing process as well, and that's going to pair up. So now you can see both the earbuds are paired up and we're ready to go. Alright. Now I just want to demonstrate for everyone how easy it is to switch between true stereo mode and independent mode with the earbuds. So let's go over to YouTube Music. Alright, let's go into my library here. Let's go into songs right here. And we're going to scroll down till we get to copyright free music. Okay, let's make sure it's on device files. It is. And then we're going to scroll down to where the copyright free music starts, and we're going to push play. Alright. So, music is playing. And you can see it right there. Music is playing. You can see it right there. Now, let's say you want to switch from using the earbuds in stereo mode to using it in independent mode. I do this a lot. Like when I'm in the house, I generally use the earbuds in stereo mode. But if I have to leave the house or I'm going to walk or exercise, then I like to use the earbuds in independent mode. So all you have to do is choose whichever earbud you want to use. So in this case, we want to use the left. So we're going to put the right back in the case. Now what's going to happen is when I put the right back in the case, the music is going to pause. It's going to disconnect from the right. It's going to reconnect to the left. And then we can restart the music. So here you go. Music is playing. You can see it. Drop the right in. It disconnects for a second. The music pauses. It reconnects to the left earbud. Let me show you. Okay. So you can see it disconnects from the right, but it reconnects to the left, as you can see right there. Okay. And you did see the music did pause. So let me show you that. So the music did pause, but all we have to do to restart it is press the multifunction button once or tap play on our device, and the music keeps playing. So now you're using the earbuds in independent mode. Alright? Now, let's say we want to go back to stereo mode. Just got to take it back out. It's going to flash once to reconnect. And then we're good to go. So you can see it flashed, it reconnected, and we're good to go. Music still playing and everything. Alright? Now, let's say you want to do the same thing with the left. So you want to put the left back in the case. You want to keep using the right. It's real easy. Pick up the left, drop it in, and it's going to repeat the same steps. So it's going to disconnect from the left. It's going to pause the music. It's going to reconnect to the right. So let me show you. Put this down real quick. And you can see it reconnected to the right, as you can see right there. Okay? And it did indeed pause the music again. So all we have to do is restart the music again right here. Okay? That's just how easy it is to transition between stereo mode and independent mode. Now, I do have to say there is a slight delay, and it does pause the music. So it's not as seamless as other earbuds that I featured, but it still works and it does a pretty good job. So let's go back into stereo mode now, and let's keep going on with the video. Take the right back, take the left back out. It flashes, it reconnects, and we can keep it pushing. Alright? Bang. Let me rewind the track. Now, let's get into the Bluetooth earbud button controls here. Let's do this. Now, we have all the functions in these Bluetooth earbuds except for volume control. And I don't understand for the life of me why Soundcore keeps excluding volume controls. Alright? But other than volume controls, we got all the other features of the earbuds. So we got one tap, play, and pause on either earbud. So you can see if we pick up the right, music is playing. Press the button once, music pauses. Press the button again, music starts playing. Alright? Could do that on the right, as you saw, and we could do that on the left as well. So press it once, music pauses. Press it again, music starts playing. Just that easy. So one tap, play, and pause on either earbud. Now, let's say you want to go to the next track. Well, all you have to do is double press the right earbud to go to the next track. And one of the things that I love about this is that because it's a clicky tactile button, you can definitely feel and hear that tactile feedback when you're doing the action. So once you get the action down, there's no way you can mess it up. As opposed to if you were using touch controls, sometimes you can mess up the touch controls, but with physical clicky buttons, you really can't mess it up. So let's double tap to go to the next track. 1, 2, takes us to the next track. Y'all see how easy that is? Super easy stuff there. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, next track. Just that easy. One more time, just so y'all can see how easy it is. 1, 2, next track. Really good stuff. Now, if you want to go to the previous track or restart a track, you just have to double press the left earbud 2 times. The first time you do it, it will restart the track. You do it again, it would take you to the previous track. So let's demo it here. Let's go. Let's restart the track. Take you to the previous track. Let's do it again. Let it play for a little bit. Let's restart the track. And let's go to the previous track. Just that easy. Let's do it one more time so y'all can see how easy it is. Let it play for a little bit. Restart and previous track. Here we go. Just that easy. Y'all see how easy that is? Good stuff. Now, as for our last earbud button control, we have voice assistant activation. So depending on the device or the OS you're using, it will activate your assistant of choice. Okay, now to do this, all you have to do is press and hold either earbud multifunction button for 1 second, wait till you hear the prompt, and then you can dictate to your device. So let's test this now, and this does work with music playing and or without music playing. I'm going to demo it both ways. Alright, so let's start with the right earbud first. And let's check the weather today in Palm Bay. Let's go. Music playing. 1. What's the weather like in Palm Bay today? Okay. 82 degrees with thunderstorms. It's a Florida thing. It is what it is. But you can see it gave us the information and then it went right back to playing the music here. Okay? So it went right back to playing the music. Alright? Let's do it again. Let's do it without the music playing. Let's test the other earbud. So picking up the left. And let's do the same thing again. So press and hold 1 second. 1. What's the weather like in Palm Bay this evening? Kind of messed that up there, but you see it does work. Man, Vegas is burning up right now. 101. Man, I hope y'all are staying cool out there. Alright, so you can see it did work with or without the music playing, man. There you go. Alright, now in terms of phone call controls, it's really straightforward. You got 1 tap on either earbud to answer or 1 tap on either earbud to end phone calls, and then you press and hold on either earbud for 1 second to reject an incoming phone call. I'll put those controls up on the screen just so y'all can see them, but once you get the hang of these, you should more than easily be able to get the hang of those. Alright, and that's pretty much it for talking about the pairing steps and the Bluetooth earbud button controls. Alright, so now let's keep it moving here. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about with everyone now is I want to talk about my experiences with the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. We can keep this in the shot. Let's flip this over. Don't need to take that out. Boom. So now let's get into this, and let me reiterate again. This bad boy has a Bluetooth 5.0 technology built in, giving it a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I would have to say that is spot on the money. As long as I was within that designated range, I didn't have any issues with the overall Bluetooth strength or any issues with the range and connectivity whatsoever. So the Bluetooth range and strength, in my opinion, is top notch. Man, Soundcore really made some really good earbuds here. Really good indeed. Alright, now moving on, let's talk about overall durability. And this is a big category for me because y'all know your boy is Mr. Super Clumsy. Y'all know what it is. So I'm more apt to drop something than I am not to. And I do have to report, I did drop these earbuds multiple times during my testing process. And as you can see, they are still in pristine condition. So no dings, no dents, no problems whatsoever. They still work 100% as if the first day I took them out of the box. And that is a testament because they dropped from on average about 1 to 3 feet. And as you can see, if you look here, I have wood and tile floors all throughout my home. Alright? So the fact that they can drop from 1 to 3 feet and survive, that tells me that the durability on these earbuds is top notch. But, okay? Just because they're more apt to survive doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful. That doesn't mean, oh, we can go crazy, they'll be okay. No, you still want to be careful because all it does take with these is one good drop and there goes your money. Alright? So they are more apt to survive if they accidentally get dropped, but you don't want to go crazy with it. You want to be careful. Okay? But the durability on these, in my opinion and in my experience, is top notch. Let's keep it moving. Up next now, let's go over another important category. Let's talk about the overall battery life and the overall charge times of these earbuds. Now, for reference, okay, and just to give y'all some full disclosure, when I talk about my testing with the earbuds, I tested the earbuds at 35% volume and 50% volume respectfully. Yep, that's the right word. Okay? And I am what you would call an extremely heavy user. Okay? So your guys and gals results in terms of battery may vary because we don't all use our devices the same way. That being said, when we talk about the charge times that we're going to talk about in a little bit, I use some variation of fast charging all throughout my home. Okay, so quick charge 2, quick charge 3, direct power delivery, turbo power charge. Anytime I plug something in, I'm getting a version of quick charge, and it doesn't matter where I plug something in throughout my home. It's all quick chargers all throughout the house. So your results in the charge times may vary as well, depending on the quality of the cable you use and the charging brick you use. All right, just wanted to get that stuff out the way up front. So let's dive straight in. Let's talk about the battery life first, and then we'll lean over into the charge times. So talking about the overall battery life, talking about the manufacturer's estimates first, they estimated that you should get 7 hours on a single charge with the earbuds, and then including the charging case, it should be good to give you 40 additional hours, meaning that the charging case is good to give you 5 to 6 additional charges. Alright, so if you do the math there, let's run the math real quick. 7 hours on a single charge times the 5 additional charges, and this is in stereo mode by the way, that should give you 35 hours on a single charge including the case, or 7 hours on a single charge times the 6 additional charges should give you 42 hours on a single charge including the case. So including the case, you should be good for 35 to 42 hours. Alright, that's stereo mode usage. That's the manufacturer's estimates right there. Okay, now jumping over into my results here. Let's get into this. Now, these were actually good for the manufacturer's estimates because on average, I was getting between 6 and 7 hours on a single charge, and the charging case was getting me 5 additional charges. So if you run the math with my results, that means that I was averaging between 30 and 35 hours, including the charging case. And that means in independent mode, I was averaging 12 to 14 hours on a single charge, and then 60 to 70 hours including the charging case. And keep in mind, y'all, those results were done again at 35% volume and 50% volume respectfully, and I would actually recommend you use these at 50% volume to get the proper balance between battery life and overall sound quality, volume, and bass, but that's just my overall recommendation. Okay, so that goes over the overall battery life. So let me give my opinions real quick. All right, in terms of battery life, now stereo mode, it fell a little short. Y'all know the number that I'm trying to hit with these is the elusive 10 hours plus. I want to see 10 hours plus in stereo mode usage, and I want to see 10 hours plus in independent mode usage. So one side of that, these did a great job. In independent mode usage, they knocked it out of the park with their 12 to 14 hours on a single charge. But in stereo mode usage, they just fell a little bit short. So the battery life in stereo mode does need to be improved. Alright? That being said, y'all might be okay with those numbers, okay? Everybody's opinions are different. Everybody feels different about different things, okay? Okay, that covers the battery life. Now let's move on to the charge times. Now, talking about the charge times, the manufacturers estimated that you should get 2 hours to reach a full charge, whether you're charging the buds or you're charging the charging case. And I was very happy to see that the charging case does indeed feature USB Type-C. That's what I'm talking about right there. One cable to rule them all. USB Type-C, all the things. That's what I like to see right there. Okay? That being said, they were being a little bit generous with those numbers. They were trying to give themselves a little bit of breathing room, but they really didn't have to. Now, talking about the charge times with the buds, if you catch them when you get the 1 of 3 low battery please charge notifications, they will charge up in just over an hour. Okay? Now, if you let the buds drain to completely dead, then they're going to charge up in about an hour and 45 minutes. At least that's what I got. Okay? So the charge times for the buds, in my opinion, really, really good stuff there. Okay? Good stuff indeed. Now, talking about the charge times for the charging case, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? Now, the manufacturer again quoted 2 hours. I was actually getting 2 hours to just over 2 hours with my testing. Now, if you drain the charging case until you see the red flashing LED, that will be right here, okay, it will charge up in about 2 hours. Now, if you let it drain to completely dead, it's going to charge up in a little bit over 2 hours. I was regularly getting from dead to full about 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, so just over 2 hours if you let it drain completely dead. Now, that to me, I don't like that. I'm a big fan of if your earbuds charge at a certain speed, the charging case needs to charge at the same speed. So since the earbuds charge up in about an hour to an hour and 45 minutes, I feel as though the charging case should have charged up in about an hour to an hour and 45 minutes. So the charge times for the charging case do need to be improved in my overall opinion. Okay? But the charge times for the buds are really good. I can't complain there. Okay? So that goes over the charge times, and that goes over the overall battery life. Alright? Now, let's very briefly talk about the positives and negatives of these earbuds. Then we're going to talk about the pricing. I'm going to get into my final thoughts and give everyone an overall recommendation or two. Alright, so let's jump into these positives and negatives real quick. So when we talk about the positives and negatives of these earbuds, let's start off with the positives first. The overall build quality and design on these is top notch. The overall core feature set on these is extremely solid, so that's top notch as well. The overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these is really good. You will not be disappointed. The overall mic quality on these is top notch. Okay, Bluetooth range and strength, top notch. Durability, top notch. Battery life in independent mode, top notch. Charge times for the buds, top notch. Alright, and you're getting all of this at a really good price. Alright, so you know it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Now, as I always do, I'll have a full list of the positives and negatives thrown up in post. So y'all feel free to pause the video wherever you see the list that you're interested in and check it out. That being said, I am not perfect and I never claim to be. So if I forgot to include a positive or a negative, please leave that down below in the comments. All feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated. Just keep it respectful, please. Okay? Alright, so that goes over the positives. Now, talking about the negatives, and there really wasn't much here. In terms of the negatives, I'd have to say I pretty much just ran into my usual gripes with these. Okay? Gripe number 1. There is no percentage readout display, so you do have to deal with your status LED light, and we only get one, so that makes it even more confusing. So I would have really liked to have seen a percentage readout display. That would have made it easier to see what type of charge is left on the case and what type of charge is on the buds. So that's one thing I would have liked to have seen, so that's a negative because it doesn't have that. And negative number 2 is the fact that the charging case does not have built-in wireless charging, and for the price, I feel as though they could have included that. Okay? So that's another negative right there. So at some point, you will have to struggle with cables because the only way you could charge up the charging case is using the USB Type-C port. Okay? So that's the other negative right there. Alright? And I do believe that does it for the positives and the negatives on this one. Again, check out either list if you would like to know more. Alright? But in my opinion, the positives of these earbuds vastly outweigh the negatives. Now let's keep it moving and let's get into the final categories. Let's talk about the pricing and get into my overall final thoughts. Now, full retail for these earbuds before taxes is $49.99. So you could just round it to $50 just to make it easy. Now, after taxes at checkout, because I did pick this up from Amazon, this was another Amazon pickup, these bad boys ran me, including the taxes, $53.49, if I'm not mistaken. As I always do, I'll have the screenshot of the exact price thrown up in post because we're all about keeping it straight 100 around here. But for that price, that $53.40, 49 cents, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds? Well, if you're in the market for a really good quality pair of earbuds, then yes, I can indeed recommend these, okay? Sure, they don't have all the features, but they cover the bare essentials and they cover it pretty much perfectly. Alright? So once again, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick these up? I would have to say yes, yes indeed. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this video. And let me hurry up and get out of here because the phone's about to die. Recording the video here this evening, I am using the wide angle 12 megapixel camera on the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II. And this is being recorded in 720p at 60 FPS. And I am using external audio. So recording the audio here this evening, I am using my Boya mini shotgun style microphone. So please let me know what you think of the overall camera quality and the video quality. And please let me know what you think of the overall audio quality down below in the comments. As I said earlier, all feedback is greatly appreciated. Alright, if this video piqued your interest, all the links to where y'all can pick these bad boys up at some really great prices will be available down below in the video description. So as always, if your interest is piqued, down below in the video description will be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. And also in the video description will be all of my extended coverage on these earbuds. So the unboxing and first impressions, so you can see everything that came with these, the fit and sound demo, the full review, and any follow-up videos that I may do. All of that will be linked up down below in the video description. Alright, so I hope everyone is having a great evening. I hope everyone is staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in my next video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace. We're out of here.